subscribe.
一体どんな手を使ってどんな手も何も俺は元から
登録していた。
Card Kaizoku.
This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Now that I'm doing this deck breakdown, I can finally say, I am Gruta. So Green Uta is a new film leader. Well, actually, it's new in OP05, but by the time it's OP06, she'll be a little old. But we can't really play Uta and OP05 on the sim at the moment. So this will be an OP06 version of Uta, but there's really not too many cards different. So let's just jump into the deck breakdown. Here is the leader. Uta is a green monocolor leader with 5000 power and 5 starting life. Her leader ability reads, Dawn times 1 when attacking. Once per turn, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a film type card, add it to your hand, then return the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. This means that the more film cards you have in your deck, the less likely you'll be to whiff on this ability. And whiffing on this ability does feel pretty bad, because the strength of the Uta deck is to draw as many cards as possible. Because the film archetype of cards really dumps a lot of cards out of your hand, so being able to refill it with this leader ability really helps out that archetype. And if you're not familiar with what the green film package is, it was a package of cards from OP02 where a lot of the higher costed cards played other film cards out of your hand of a certain cost. So you could play like 3 bodies out if you played like a Luffy into a Brook into an Usopp or something like that. It'll make sense once you see the cards, so we'll just jump into the deck list right now. First off, we have 4 OP01 Izo. Just a good generic green 2k counter. This card would be the first card I would replace once EB01 comes out and we get another film 2k counter, the Sanji one. But for now, this is the best we've got, so we'll just pick the one that's most useful for us. 4 OP01 Eustace Captain Kid. Kid is our alternate win condition that is not a film card. It is one of the cards that does like brick us if we reveal it with our leader ability, but he's a classic OP01 card. But in case you don't know what he does, he's an 8 cost 8k power. His effect reads Dawn times 1 on your opponent's turn. If this character is rested, your opponent cannot attack any other characters besides a Eustace Captain Kid character. At least that's how I think they errated the text of the card. And then he has a secondary effect where he can activate main once per turn. You can rest this character and play a character card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. Basically, in a film deck that runs both the 7 cost Luffy blocker and the 3 cost Uta blocker, you do have a lot of ways to defend this kid, and then attaching a Dawn to this kid while he's rested makes your leader like a pseudo 8k stat line leader, because they can't attack into your leader until kid is gone off the board. And then with the amount of cards you do manage to draw in this deck, it's really easy to have enough counter to defend this kid as well. But it does lend to a alternate like turtle style win condition if you can't go aggro quick enough. 4 OP02 Usopp. Just a card that's really easy to cheat out many ways. You can cheat it out via Kid, you can cheat it out via Brook, via Luffy. Just having another 5k swing on board does chip away at your opponent. 4 OP02 Tony Chopper. Just a film 2k, I don't think I've ever played this card out, but our only searchable 2k counter, so he's sorely needed in the deck. 4 OP02 Nami. Nami is a 3 cost 5k power character with no counter, but what she does is on play or when attacking, if you pay 1 Dawn, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and reveal a film type card other than Nami and add it to your hand, and then place the rest on the bottom. So it's a film searcher that you can play as an attacker as well. Being at 3 costs, you can cheat it out the same ways you can cheat out in Usopp. And then before the Uta leader, Nami was the only way to generate card value in your hand. But with this card in combination with Uta, sometimes you can forgo using Nami's search effect, since you have it baked into your leader anyway. So you can just use her as a 5k swing when you want to be aggressive. So yeah, you can use her a lot more flexibly now in a Uta deck. 4 OP02 Brook. So Brook is a 4 cost 5k power character that on play lets you play a film or straw hat type character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. So yeah, basically Usopp or Nami in this deck, or the Uta blocker as well too. Just a good way to flood many cards on board. 4 OP02 Monkey D Luffy. 7 cost 7k blocker with an on-play effect that lets you play a film or straw hat type character with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. So you can play Luffy into Brook, into a Nami or Usopp or Uta, and he's a blocker too. And then most of the time you'll use him as an attacker, because 7k is such a aggressive stat line that it's only worth it to keep him up as a blocker if it would like protect your kid or protect you from dying. But yeah, don't be afraid to swing with your Luffys. 4 OP02 Roronoa Zoro. He's just a vanilla 4-cost 6k who is a film type character, so you can play him out via Luffy as well. I'd say that Zoro might be a contentious pick. Some Utas decide not to run Zoro at all, as he can only be cheated out by Luffy, in favor of cards that can prolong the combo of Luffy into Brook into something else. But I like running Zoro because I also run Mihawk, which we'll go over in a second. For starter deck 11, Uta, one of the few film cards that weren't from OP02, came in starter deck 11. She is a blocker that at the end of your turn you can discard an event card from your hand and then you can untap one of your rested film type characters. This makes it so that your Luffy swings are pretty safe. You can afford to swing for 7 and then just discard an event card you don't need at the moment to make him a blocker again. Or you could save your Namis to be able to search on a future turn so that your opponent can't attack into the Nami. Yeah, and it's a blocker too at the end of the day. You can cheat this out with 8-cost Kid as it's a 3-cost card. So yeah, just a very good utility card overall, and she has counter too. For starter deck 12, Dracul Mihawk. So Mihawk is one of the other non-film characters we run in this deck, but he's a 2k counter, so he's immensely useful in that aspect at protecting your kids or protecting your life in general. Also surprisingly synergizes really well with the film cards. What he does is on play, if you have 2 or less characters, you can play up to 1 4-cost or less Shigearu Kingdom type or slash trait character card other than a Dracul Mihawk from your hand, but it has to be rested. So like essentially like a film effect, but not restricted to film itself. But the relevant part is that it's restricted to the slash trait. So this means you can play out Mihawk into a Brook, or you can play Mihawk into a Zoro. But the Zoro and Brook will come out rested. And then the Brook itself can also bring out another character. So what you can do on your 3-Dawn turn is to play Mihawk into a rested Brook into like an Usopp and have 3 attackers on your 3-Dawn turn, which is pretty insane. And then when you have too many characters on board to utilize his effect, you can only activate it when you have 2 or less characters. He's still a 2k counter, so yeah, just a really good card overall for a film deck. And the reason why I like running Zoro, because you can play out a rested 6k. A rested 6k character that early on is still pretty hard to remove, so he'll usually live. 2 starter deck 11 Backlight. Starter deck 11 did give us access to a lot of useful events in the film archetype. Blacklight lets you pick one of 2 effects if your leader is Uta. So you can rest a 5-cost or lower character, or you can KO a 5-cost or lower character that is rested. Just good at resting blockers to finish the game, or just killing something really early on for just 2-Dawn. 4 starter deck 11 New Genesis, 1-cost event. Main, if your leader is Uta, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 film type card other than New Genesis and add it to your hand, and then return the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. Then set up to one of your rested Dawn is active. So it pretty much is a free search. It costs 1 Dawn and then you get the Dawn unrested back. So yeah, there's no downside to playing this card. It just thins out your deck and helps you look for cards that you need in hand. Just an amazing card overall for Uta deck, and only Uta can run it. 4 I'm Invincible, 3 Dawn. It just lets you set your leader as active, kind of making your Uta like a pseudo starter deck 2 kid, allowing you to swing again. And it has a trigger too that lets you buff a leader or character for 1k power for the entire turn. But yeah, this card will be either used as a finisher, allowing you to swing for 12k twice like you would with the kid leader, or you can use any of the 3 events we run to chuck it with the blocker Uta to untap one of our film characters. For starting hands, you'll want 8-cost Eustace Kid, Usopp, Nami, Brook, Dracul Mihawk, or New Genesis. New Genesis is basically a free search, so no downside to having that in your opening hand at all and playing it at any point in the game. One of the nastiest early game combos you can do is play a Mihawk into a Brook into an Usopp or Nami. So I always like having Mihawk in my opening hand. It just offers so much early game aggression and it floods the board with bodies that your opponent can't deal with effectively. Yeah, same reason that I like Brook. Even without Mihawk, you can still just play Brook into Usopp or Nami, have 2 bodies out. Nami out early just lets you search more, filling your hand with cards for the late game. And then Usopp is just the cheapest character that you can play that can still attack, and it combos really well with Brook and Mihawk. I like having 8-cost Kid in my opening hand because it guarantees that you have it for late game, because again, we don't run any searchers that can find him, and then if we do like reveal him off the top of our deck with our leader ability, we have to bottom deck him. Having him guaranteed in hand is a big relief. Some cards to consider would be OP02 Trafalgar Law. It's a 2-cost film card. It's just a card that could like decrease your risk of whiffing with your leader ability. But with Law, what you can do is play him on your 2-Dawn turn, because you don't really have a 2-Dawn play. And then on your next turn, you can use his effect, pay 1, bounce him back to hand, and then play a 3-cost from your hand. So you'd play Law on your 2 Dawn turn, and then when it's your 4 Dawn turn, you'll pay 1 Dawn to bounce it back to hand, play out the Nami, pay 1 Dawn to search with that Nami. You still have 2 Dawn to use with your leader ability. Or you could replay the Law out again, too, if you want. You could also run Promo Bartolomeo. What he does is, at the end of your turn, you can rest this character and then untap one of your rested film type characters. You can untap your Luffy's that you swung with. I just don't run him because he's quite expensive, and I feel like the Uta blocker kinda does the same thing already anyway, even at a steeper cost, and she's still a blocker too, which fits more into the 8 cost kid kinda centered playstyle that I have. You could also try to run OP04 Don Quixote do Flamingo. This is just like the best green card as a closer, as a finisher. Getting these back to back really does generate a lot of value to you, but I decided to run a more 8 cost centric kid deck with Uta. And if I tried to run Doflamingo along with Kid, which you can totally do with the green deck, I just feel like you'll whiff too much with Uta's leader ability, more often than I would like. Even with the 12 non-film cards I run now, I feel like I whiff more than I would like. So yeah, I just didn't feel like I needed Doflamingo, but he's still a great green card if you manage to ever draw him. The strengths of the deck are more mobility. You'll be able to play multiple characters out often. This means you'll get to swing for 5k a lot, and then it's no big deal if your characters die on the clapback. This is really menacing to decks that run low counter, as you'll catch them running out of counter in hand and being able to get your 5k swings to take life at some point. And resources. This deck draws a lot. Between your leader and Searcher Nami, drawing a film card every turn replenishes your hand, allowing you to counter liberally. Especially with the 8 cost kid out, you'll need to draw as many cards as you can to keep them alive. Flexibility. Since we're running both the film package and 8 cost kid, you could switch your playstyle depending on what type of leader you're facing. If you're against another control deck, you could go for a more aggressive playstyle and just ping with your characters and then try to finish them off with double attacks with your leader and I'm invincible. But if you're against another aggressive deck that maybe might be more aggressive than you could depend on more of an 8 cost kid sort of playstyle where you develop a bunch of blockers and then keep your kid alive. They won't be able to swing into your life if they can't get over your kid or remove them in any way. The weaknesses of the deck are whiffability. So yeah, as we mentioned, we do run 12 non-film cards. Not being able to get a draw off with your leader ability kind of makes it so that you're just a vanilla leader with no ability. But it really hurts when you don't get a draw off and you have to bottom deck the card too. So if it's like a 8 cost kid that could have helped you stabilize in the game and you reveal it off the top of your deck, that would have been the next card you would have drawn, but now it goes on the bottom because it's not a film card. But yeah, those instances do feel kind of bad. This gets remedied a little bit in EB01 when we can replace Izo with Sanji 2K, but we're still running at least 8 non-film cards, low counter. So while we do draw a lot of cards and that ends up getting us a lot of counter in hand, you still have to be wary that we're running like 22 non-counter cards between Eustace Captain Kidd, Nami, Luffy, I'm Invincible, New Genesis, and Backlight. So there will be times that you may brick your hand and end up with no counter at all. You'll eventually draw into counter, but yeah, sometimes you just don't have counter in hand when you need it. Pudding. OP06 Pudding makes you shuffle your entire hand back into your deck and then you draw 5 cards. This kind of erases all the progress you made with drawing cards. So Pudding is kind of like a hard counter to this deck. So this is my OP06 Uta deck. It'll only get better once EB01 is out. They've been slowly adding support every few sets to the green film archetype. And the film archetype is one of my favorites because it features the Straw Hat cards. I just like playing with Straw Hat cards. And I like green. Green is a personal favorite color of mine, even though a lot of you think it's red. But yeah, you should give the Uta deck a try. It's really not too different from an OP05 Uta deck, except for Mihawk, so you'll feel right at home if you've already been playing Uta on the sim. Alright, onto some gameplay. Uta versus Enel will go second. Oh, this is an amazing hand. We get Mihawk into Brook into Nami. And we have Dawn for a leader too to draw us the turn that we play that. Okay, they pass, me pass. Let's hope they don't drop anything this turn. No Shuda, no Holy. No Pudding. They attack us for 8. Perfect, we'll take. That's one less body that can attack into our rested Brook next turn. Alright, we'll attack with our leader for 6 first. We got an 8 cost kid, Brick, That gets bottom decked. We do only run like 12 non-film cards, so unfortunate. But we already have one kid in hand, at least. But Enel does run 8 cost Katakuri, that's the scary thing. Okay, they took our 6k. Right, Mihawk into Brook into Nami. We'll pass. We're gonna get him down really low, really quickly. He'll need to play like Ohm this turn, so 1 Dawn on leader only to tag into Brook. We can defend that. Yep. Everything's according. Oh, at us. Okay, fine. We'll take that. It's a Sanji. So they can still get Datsu. 2 things on our board. Can't really do much else this turn. How about Nami search? We'll take probably I'm Invincible to finish at the end. They took... if I attack with Mihawk, I won't have Dawn for Zoro. Maybe I won't. No, Mihawk attack this turn. The Brook 5. They took... Sanji trigger. Leader 6. Take a Luffy. I think they will counter because they know we have Brook still. Oh, they took? Well, I guess they have 2 Sanji blockers, so it doesn't matter if I have another attack on board. Yeah, okay. We'll just play out Zoro. We give them a free cycle. Honestly, I thought he was going to counter, but I guess with the Sanji on board, it was safe to take it. 5k at Brook. The longer I keep him alive, the more he can ping at them, so I think I will counter here for 2. He could swing with the Sanji though. Ooh, Gedatsu kills our Nami. That's fine. Right, we're at 8. Ooh, Sanji 7. Okay, you can have him then. Okay, we will Luffy into Brook. That's all we can do, unless we find something with our leader. Leader 6 into Sanji. Mihawk, another brick. Uh-oh. They are at Yamato Dawn next turn, and it'll kill anything on board. Dang, we bricked twice on our leader search this game. Fortunate they counter 2. We'll attack Sanji again for 6. Burn another 2k. Yep, that's fine. Luffy into Brook. And that's it. We'll pass. Is there any merit to playing out Chopper? Nah, I should probably keep him for defense. Gedatsu 6k into Zoro. We'll just block. And they'll play Yamato to kill Zoro in the end anyway. Probably. Yep. Then leader 5 will take another Zoro. Sanji 5. Maybe we take? Okay. We'll do leader 6 into Sanji. New Genesis. Let's try to find an Uta blocker. Haven't been able to afford the Dawn for Mihawk to attack. Okay, Sanji dies. We don't find an Uta. Where are Uta blockers? Kind of in an awkward spot. Do Brook 5 into leader. Takes it. Yeah, I can't even cheat anything out with Kid. Maybe I don't drop Kid. Yeah, we don't drop Kid. Not yet, at least. We'll do... Shoot on Mihawk, attack 6k into Gedatsu. Gedatsu dies. We'll play Luffy into Zoro and pass. Swing at us for 5, we'll block. Swing at Luffy, at us for 9. We'll take. Another Yamato heals them. Alright. We need Uta blocker. Maybe I have enough to kill him? We'll see. Book 9? Or Book 5, sorry. I wish it was 9. They counter 1, Zoro 6. Counter 2. That's New Genesis. No Uta blocker still. We could tap the Sanji. We'll take that. Let's see, tap the Sanji and then what? I think I do want my Kid out. I have 1 Dawn to spare only. Yeah, we want to do it this turn. Okay, they took... Or they countered? No, what? Huh? They took a life, but why is bed chair? Or did it go to hand? I'm tripping. We'll play out Kid, replace Mihawk. We'll Tap him, no targets, put Dawn on him. Pass. Hopefully they don't have an 8-cost Katakuri. But if they do, that would heal us. Okay, they do have it. We'll just take them to hand. 5k at us, we will counter 1. 9k at us. Oh, at Zoro. We block and counter 3. I think. And then maybe we let Zoro die here, and then we keep the Brook at least. We could attack into Luffy. Into Brook. Okay, I'll let Brook die. Brook dies. We have 3 I'm Invincibles. I can do 3 6k attacks. Well, do Zoro 6. Maybe we have lethal actually. We don't need to play it at all. We'll see. Okay, they countered. Do 1k to counter the Zoro. That's a good sign. We swing with 1 Luffy just to see what happens. Luffy 7. Okay, L Thor. They have another L Thor. I am screwed. But I don't think I can defend my... Oh, they have a Sanji too. Okay, yeah. I almost screwed myself there. We'll attack with our leader for 6. We get another brick. Where are my Uta blockers? Maybe they have to L Thor this. They took it. They get an Onami trigger that kills our Zoro. I can gamble on that not being an L Thor, and I can backlight, swing, and then I can do 2 9Ks. Oh no, I can only do 1 more 10k attack. And I make it so they can L Thor. So backlight, tap. Then Luffy attacks for 9, 3 Dawn. I can attack for 8 again after that. No, that's not enough. That doesn't make sense. If I play 8-cost Kid, will I live? I don't think so. I have too many non-counters in hand. I think I have to go for it. So we'll tap Sanji. We'll do Luffy 7. If it's an L Thor, we lose. I think he's bluffing. Call this bluff. I got it. Just hope it's not a blocker or bedge trigger. Okay. Then we'll untap leader. Looking for 10. Maybe it's game. We got it. Nice. We bluffed it. Or they bluffed it, but we didn't fall for it. They left. Okay, bye. Uta versus Reiju will go second. Or should I have gone first? Mulligan this. Okay, we have 8-cost Kid in hand, but no, Ichiji does make 8-cost Kid a lot easier to kill. So maybe we just race. We don't turtle up in this matchup. I don't have much to play early on right now anyway. Yep, we'll just pass. We might have to just drop Zoro and pass, fortunately. Is Uta safe? I forgot what Yonji, the blue one. Niji? If he can bounce Uta back to hand. Okay, so they Kaya 2 of the best cards in their deck into the discard, which is good for them. Attack us for 5 will take. Ooh, Nami is a play as well next turn. Small Reiju, bring out big Reiju. They draw 3. Uh-oh. Can drop Usopp. The leader is 6. I can get another Usopp. They counter our 6k with 2 1k counters. We'll play Usopp and pass. What does Niji do? It can KO a 2-cost and bounce a 4-cost. Okay, so Uta, semi-safe. It goes back to our hand. So they have the stage 2. Okay, things aren't looking good for us. I should judge. What did they find? Yonji, the blocker. Bring at us for 5. We'll take... Maybe we can depend on 8-cost Kid? I don't know. Yeah, we're taking all these 5k hits. We'll counter 1. They do only have Niji and Ichiji right now. See what they play for 3. Okay, Niji, they could bounce Usopp back to hand. They do. That's annoying. We'll do 7k into Reiju. We whiff. Get an Izo that gets bottom decked. I think I need a Luffy to save me right now. Reiju dies. We'll play Nami. We'll take the New Genesis. Pass. See, next turn we're at 8. We could play Kid and then drop the Uta and not put the Dawn on Kid. That might tide us over for a bit. Then we have enough counters to defend him. Even if they play Ichiji, he'll be a 5k. I'll have the Uta blocker too. I really need it. Out. Okay, they have small Ichiji now. Attack us for 5. We need all the counter we can for the kid, so we'll get low. Low. Okay, Niji 7, we'll take that as well. We'll play the Ichiji. Should we go to 0 though? They could just ignore 8 cost kid, so I think we have to counter this actually. Fortunately. We will counter for 3. Oh, we get Luffy right on time. That does save us a bit. Uta 6. Another blocker that we can play next turn with 8 cost kid. Nice. We're saved a little. We can survive. We'll play New Genesis and try to find a 2k, which is only Chopper for now. Nope, we get no counter at all. How about Nami 5 at their leader? No search. I need the Dawn. The counter, we'll play Luffy into Brook into Uta. We'll pass. We'll leave Nami tapped. Maybe it'll be like bait for them. If she takes a 7k, that would be nice. It'll give room for my 8 cost kit to bring out another Uta. Yeah, I take back what I said. We're gonna tower after all. They don't use an effect this turn. They will hit 8 next turn. They could judge. 7k at Nami. Yeah, sure. We'll even take our last life here. I think it's safe. With 6k leader, that I will counter for 2. Then if Ichiji swings for 7, yeah, we'll take. Then I play Yonji just as a blocker. That is fine. We're about to tower. Tower of Terror. And then just hope we outlive whatever aggression they have. So they will hit 8, that's one thing we have to worry about. We drew a 2k though, that's nice. Uta, 6k at Niji. Draw 1k. Oh, they just let him die? Oh, because they can bring him back probably with the judge next turn. Okay, how about Brook 5 at your leader? They block for free, I forgot he's a 6k. How about Luffy 7 at... we have a better chance at killing the Yonji. You just want bodies off board. Okay, yep, he dies. 8 cost kid, bring out another Uta. And then put Dawn on kid. End of turn. Activate Uta. We'll trash a backlight, untap Luffy. Then we'll pass. They play judge. They only have probably 3 attackers, like 2 Ichijis and their leader to swing at kid. We have the blockers to stop that. We even have the counters to stop that actually. Yeah, I think we're good. It's a matter of if we can kill them at this point. We haven't made them take any damage yet, actually. Alright, let's see if a judge comes out. They have a small Ichiji in hand. Yeah, there's the judge. They'll discard Ichiji and something else. So they'll bring out probably Ichiji and Reiju only. Oh, they could replace the Kaya too. Yeah, Niji bounces the Uta back to hand. 1 Uta. Oh, they play out Yonji. Didn't they have another Ichiji? Oh, they don't have the 7 cost? Yeah, okay. They have 2 of the 4 cost, but not the 7. So this is not bad at all. Because our kid will still be 8k. Yeah, they can't hit us at all this turn, actually. This is fine. What does Niji bounce? Uta. I can replay it, no problem. No problem at all. I think I'll swing with Brook and then replace it with Luffy into another Uta. Okay, but Yonji is 6k, so I'll have to commit 1 Dawn to him. Swing for 6. Luffy is 7 into Uta, and then Dawn for Kid. I have 1 Dawn for my leader. They block and then counter 1. Uta 6 into Yonji. Or, yeah, Yonji, and I whiff. Oh my god, I don't run that many non-film cards. Why am I whiffing so much? We don't have an event to untap our Luffy. But we're gonna play a second one, so maybe it's okay to attack with them. Will they defend this Yonji? Oh, they don't. Do Kid 9 at their leader. They took... do believe it's safe to attack with this Luffy for 7. Famous last words. Maybe I'll regret this. We'll see. It'll be a learning experience. Ooh, they counter for 3. Okay, we'll play another Luffy into an Uta, replace Brook, and I don't have an event to untap Luffy with. So we'll just pass. I was hoping to find one with my leader ability. But yeah, everything else in our hand is counter except for this Luffy. Let's separate it so we can count easier. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they have a Sorda. No 7 cost ECG though, right? So Kid will be hard to kill for them. Oh, what did they just draw? Oh no, they have it now. But their small ECGs are in discard. They have it flipped. They need the big one in the discard and then the small ones in hand. We'll see what they do. 8k at Kid, that's an easy 1k. Yeah, they don't have enough Dawn to make too many 8k attacks. They can do like 2 more. Swings at Kid. Max. If they just play a Queen, they're gonna turtle up. We're in tower mode. Okay, they pass. Could kill Judge. Or should I go for life? Let's just swing 10 at Judge. They could block with Queen. I don't know, I think I should just try to kill them at this point. Because I could be giving them the time to like draw answers. Yeah, they counter. Counter to save their Judge. We'll do another 10 at Judge with our leader. We get an event so we can attack with our Luffy. Or I could just attack again with Uta, actually. That might be better. They block with Queen. It's a 10k either way. Right? Yeah. We'll do it with Luffy. For flavor. Yeah, it didn't matter if I attacked again with leader or if I used Luffy and then untapped with I'm Invincible. Ooh, they had counter for it? Okay, that's all the cards in their hand. We'll activate Uta's effect. Crash, untap. Just to keep our kids safe, especially safe. They could hardcast the Ichiji out now at 7. Make our kid a 5k. Then their entire board can swing at him. Ouch. Oh no, they don't. Okay, Ichiji 7, counter 1. There's no way they kill him. Judge 8, counter 1. Then I think it's safe to clear the board. Niji 8, counter 1, and then we win after that. Leader 9, we counter 2. They pass. Yep. Okay, Kid 10 into Judge. Judge dies. Leader 6 into Niji. Get a 2k, nice. Can't really do anything else this turn with my Dawn. We just do 9k into Ichiji. Oh, they concede. They saw no way out of it. Yeah. Okay, we turtled him out. He didn't want to play it through. Maybe it was inevitable for him with 4 blockers out. Okay, bye. Uta versus another Katakuri. So many Katakuris today. I think Mihawk into Zoro is keepable. Because Zoro is hard to attack into at least. Okay, Pudding. Pudding finds them a Strusen. We will swing 5 leader. Do have 3 events early, that's kind of bricky. Counter 1. Mihawk into Zoro and pass. So if he commits 2 Dawn to leader, that'll kill. Oh wait, we don't have any counter at all actually. Yeah, this hand sucks because of all the non-counter we have. Sorry Zoro, you had to die for us. We still don't have any counter. Okay, we'll do leader 6. Draw into Chopper. Counter 2, we'll play Nami in search as well. And we whiff on the Nami? Oh my god. This is not looking good for us. No counter and whips all around. They have Gadatsu Dawn too. They attack us for 5, we'll take. We need cards. Dawn leader, yeah, it's a Gadatsu coming. Killing anything on board that we have. Take the 7. To kill Nami, yep. Yep, and I draw another Izo. At least I won't whiff into it. Let's see. I can't really do much at all, can I? Mihawk 5 into Perospero? Yeah, there's nothing I can even play. Might just attack 8k twice? I don't know. Or I could find something if I attack for 7, hopefully. Brook. Better than nothing. Take the 7, we play the Brook, we'll pass. We're at 9 next turn, we can play out Kid, but we don't have any blockers out. But we have 2k counters finally. If only Zoro had it to save him at the beginning. 5k at Mihawk, sure. Datsu 6 at us, we'll take. Oh, Ika's Katakuri. Okay, at least it's out now before I play the Kid. The heal with the pudding. Leader 6. Uta, perfect. But I don't need to cheat it out just yet. They took the pudding back to hand, we'll attack with Brook. Counter 1, we'll just play out Kid and pass. Hopefully they don't have another Katakuri. A lot of people are starting to drop 8-cost Katakuri in Katakuri decks. You don't really see it in Enel now, but 5k at Brook. Sure. And then 10 mom. Oh no, pudding. They don't have the 10 mom, they're searching for it. I need anything else to play, please. Okay, they get into Mond. We'll take these 2 hits. Hit see a 7 mom. Oh, Sanji. 2 Sanjis. And they don't swing at us to give us cards. And we get a Mihawk. Alright, we'll do 7 leader. Brook at least. Take. Kid 9. Take. We'll do Brook into Uta. We have 3 down left over. I guess we could just I'm invincible for fun. Prospero. Okay. Brook into Uta. I probably should have attacked first before playing this. But yeah, we have nothing else to do, so we'll attack again for 7. No Onami trigger, please. Don't make me regret playing this in the wrong order. Okay, no trigger. Whew. No punishment. Yeah, it seems like it's only 80% of the time when I call that out that it actually happens. Or maybe it's confirmation bias. Right? That's what it is. When I only notice the times where it does happen, but all the times that I call it and it doesn't happen, it like doesn't register in my mind. Something sciencey like that, right? They swing with the blocker, but we have 8-cost Kid out, so they can't. Ooh, they have another Katakuri after all. Put it on the bottom. We're in trouble. Actually, no, they're in trouble. We can probably finish them. That goes for 5. We will counter just to be safe, and then we'll take the 8k hits. There's an 8. We'll take. We'll tap Sanji and then just double attack. We are safe. Pretty sure. Datsu 6. Sure, why not? Katakuri 8. Take. Oh, we can do 3 attacks. So backlight. We can do 3 7k attacks, or is it better to do 2 9k attacks? 2 9k attacks sounds better, right? 3 7ks takes 9 cards to defend? No, 6 cards to defend. 2 9ks would take 6 cards to defend. So it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll do Brook 5 then. Counter 2. Could just play it safe and play Luffy. No, I'd probably die, right? We'll backlight the Sanji. And then just hope they don't have like a veg trigger or something. Uta 5. 2. Alright, here goes nothing. 9. Usually they don't have enough counter at the end, but I can't count on that every time. If they counter out of hand right now, we're screwed. They took. Okay, backlight. Or I'm invincible. Another 9. It's all 2Ks, we lose. Oh no, we had it. Yeah. They're 1k short. They didn't need any counter at all, actually. Nice. So yeah, maybe it was a good idea to attack with 5k with this Uta to burn a 2k. Nice, nice. Bite. Uta versus Nami. Okay, well, new Genesis. Take. We don't need blockers, so let's get more attackers. We'll pass. Okay, they pass. We will swing 5. We don't need to really draw either. Just play out Nami. Number 1, play Nami pass. Okay, what did they do? They brick fisted, Nami back to hand. We'll do leader 6. Bottom deck 8 cost kid, perfect. I could have attacked for 7 actually. Counter 2, oops. Mihawk into Brook into Nami. We'll draw, that's why I left a Dawn up I guess. Make a 2k. Pass. Let's see how many 5ks you can take. Okay, they brick fisted Nami back to hand again. Then 5 into Brook, we'll counter 1. Probably should have used the 2ks. We draw a kid anyway. Mihawk 5. Ooh, they white snaked, so it makes us awkward for swings, but I think we can solo forward. 1 Dawn on Brook for 6, and then Dawn Uta. Under 1, Dawn Uta, draw. Or they level up beamed, we'll play Brook into Nami and pass. Boom, the board. They peel off, they're at 30, 32. Not bad, not bad. 5 into Mihawk, counter 2. Hawk 5. Keep pinging them. Book 5. Oh wait, they white snaked, I didn't pay attention, sorry. Play out kid. Pass. Big swings will pay off over time in the end. Okay, 6k at Mihawk, sure, you can have him finally. Pass, okay. Book 5. Wizard Spada, about mid 9. Death Wink, okay, how about Rook 7. Counter out of hand, 3. Nami 5. Draw 1. Take Zoro. Then I'm invincible, 8k twice. Okay, countered. 8 from leader with perfect. Death Wink. I'm invincible. Another 8. They finally take a life. Aya. Buggy. They whiff on the buggy, which is good for us. 7k into any of the 5k. Oh no, wait, they have to attack into our kid. So they pass. They can't afford to leave all that Dawn untapped. Another I'm invincible. Nice. Okay, they have 2 cards in hand. Maybe we can get away with small swings now. 5k Brook. I've never seen a Nami have so little cards at this point in the game. I guess that's the power of Green Uta. Okay, they Giant Gavel. Another Brook for 5. Double up beam, and then Nami 7. Search. Take a chopper. Put that. Bounce Kaya back to hand. We'll attack with Kid for 9. Took. Okay, and then we'll do 8k twice again. A white snake and then counter. Okay, and then if I do it again, I think they take for sure. I don't know, maybe I should save those for like bigger swings at the end. Oh well. Up until 1 life, they're still at mid-teens. Peel off to 14. That's bonus. Okay, they have a giant gavel in hand. Hit 9. Burn the giant gavel. Wizard Spada and then giant gavel. No, level up beam. Okay. We'll just swing. 14. So that they'll take no matter how many counters they throw at us. Okay, they just take. I think we just pass. Right? Or let's just swing 5. Yeah, I think spreading it makes it so that their counter is more efficient. So that this way they had to take a life no matter what. And Brook 5. Love beam and then Nami 5. Counter out of hand. Or we have it if they don't have any counter. Counter 2, we'll pass. Right, can they mill 9 cards on the last turn here? Okay, they cannot. We'll go all in on Kid. 18. Maybe we win. Maybe we lose. Okay, they're at 5. 21. Okay, maybe we do lose. Nami 5. Under 2, Brook 5. Oh, we win? Okay, never mind. Whew. Right, bye.
Card D Kaizoku.